This was inspired by greed and sloth, by those types of people who live so much down the left-hand path for themselves that it is at the expense of all others, even the others that might sustain them. They might get their money and their power from these things that they forsake, and therefore their power wanes and dies away. So the moral of the story here is that all of life is transactional. Let's be realistic. Friendship is transactional. All of life is transactional. You're running on borrowed time. Your fiery creator made you to serve him. The catch is that serving him is serving yourself to the fullest. An enlightened or an awakened being knows this, as they see life as its events for what they are, merely happenings. A chair is a chair, and a lamp. Its will is its own, and you can try to impose your will upon the lamp, expecting something greater or brighter or some different elemental behavior for you to feel more comfortable. But this is anti-power, my friends. You must acknowledge that however displeasant, a lamp might always be a lamp, and it might always be a dim one. Not all are here to have power. All are here, though, to work for the cause. Freedom is something willingly given away. You choose to elect men to represent Creator. You choose to elect men to represent health advice. You choose to elect men to represent intelligence. You choose to elect men to represent spiritual perfection. But have I not told you that the relationship with the Lord is personal, and the Lord is wrathful? And so it is said, and as such, so are men, in which the spirit from which it is made shares its habitat. A temple divided among itself cannot stand. You will face hell if you are disagreeable to the one song, to the universe, for it will disagree therefore with you. Therefore find acceptance in the truth that a chair is a chair and a lamp is a lamp, or a retard, and use them for the function of what they are, not what you wish they were. Everything is transactional. Everything is an exchange. When you take a breath of air, you did not create that oxygen. And as such, you are in debt. You were provided it. You must exhale to balance the equation, giving back that borrowed air. Such is true of all life. If you are simply greedy, you will find it to be that others are greedy around you. You will find that you are stolen from. But of course, you cannot be stolen from, for none of it is yours. It is merely power redistributing itself in the eternal balance that must always exist, even to the unaware observer. If you find yourself in the presence of company that places you beneath them, you are a lower creature. You are a demon. You are subservient from whatever tactic to their will, to their dictation, to their opinions. And like a bully in a school, you may carry their rooted message with you long after they walk away. It is in this way that the Christians recycle power of their believers directed at the pastor to do their good. All of your adoration and praise is redirected while you refuse to accept heaven being delivered to you in any other package but this familiar one. And so the messenger and false prophet being the word that means pattern recognition, you will be used for what you are by him who does know, a chair or a lamp. For he knows you strive not for success, for he knows that he can help you in small ways, but truly that you don't want to help yourself, and he will exploit you for this. The witch doctor creates codependency, that you come back weekly for a fix, all the while then never finding the fix, never finding the spirit, never truly being healed. Even the Christian Bible attempts to tell you, any man who defiled the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple is holy, and the temple you are. So what transactions are you making in your daily life? What sacrifices do you make daily? How much do you really live for you or for good goals and walk toward them? And how much do you wait for it to be okay? To be okay. How much do you need approval of others to be allowed peace? What stories do you tell yourself? Are you even the storyteller? Perhaps you are making a bad deal for little to no equality or profit. For this reason, you will not find happiness. You have given all of your power away. You have traded power and glory for approval and for friendship, for fitting in, for codependence, for being gifted power from others. All of life is transactional. Such is the case as the sun and the moon making way for one another like clockwork. Such is the case of the rotations of the planet sharing the light of the Son of God together. If you find that you are unhappy, it is their fault, if you want it to be, but it's your deal, and you have to deal. You must play your hand appropriate, bide your time, and in accordance to the law, you cannot make gold from dust, no matter your well intentions, no matter what greatness you wish to see. Some of life is composed of dirt. If watering does not yield fruit, what better use could you put that water to? So, love or hate as you please, but love or hate with all of your being. Even Satan takes care of its own. So take care of yourself. It's your love, your illusion, being projected. Some choose willingly the path of worthlessness, of greed, of self-death and annihilation in the illusion of temporary joys and pleasures. But let the drowning man drown, for he will precipitate his own disaster, and he may drown you trying to save him. So remember the contracts and the covenants always. Remember that all of life is transactional. I'm Kevin Chaos.